Good morning, Mr. Eugenio.
Genio.
Eugenio.
Yes.
Sorry, good morning.
Good
How are
morning. Good
you?
morning, Miss Kelly. I'm blessed. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Mr. Vincent, how did society impacted you after your 26 years of prison? Like, what were you expecting from society, I should ask?
Uh, expecting
hmm
a
What were you
friend of mine. A friend of mine, right? He had just got. He just came back from prison. No, came back to prison. He had did like 15 years and got out. He was related. Matter of fact, his sister is married to Snoop Dogg, the rapper. And so when he got out, his expectation was high of what people would do for him, you know. And when he got out, even Snoop only gave him $1,500. And this is when he was making millions of dollars. And he was telling me that his friends that were, high rollers in the game, had money. Instead of giving him money, I understand that he just got out of prison they was willing to give him drugs. But, he was like, man, setting me up to go right back to
Right,
prison.
yeah.
So he warned me that not to expect nothing from nobody.
hmm
And when he shared that story with me, I said, wow, yeah. So my expectation was very limited. So I prepared myself when I came home. I started saving my money before I came home, and knew that what a person's financial situation might be today, it might change tomorrow. You know, you might have a vehicle tomorrow, but tomorrow your gas tank might, mess up. So the money that you had that you could share with me, now you got to spend it on the gas tank.
Yeah.
So I can't really rely on you
hmm
because your life will, change from, what I'm saying. So I had to come out here, not expecting much from anybody, but expecting much from myself, because I understood that it was up to me, what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
when I came, uh, saw a lot of opportunities in Belize, and now when I look at the situation, when I look at how I look at Belize compared to how others look at Belize, I'm like an outsider, seeing this land for the first time,
Yeah.
and others it's just every day for you, you know what I'm saying? So it's not as exciting to you as it is to me, so, but I see so much opportunities, and, I'm fortunate enough to be creative enough and be outgoing enough to take advantage of the opportunities, so when you ask what society, I embrace it. I love it. I love Belize. And very excited about my future plans. And what I see.
Great. And um, did you have any relationship going on with any woman while you were in prison?
Yes. I don't know if you want me to mention her name. So
It's okay.
yes, but a dear friend of mine. She off and on. She rode with me for I would say about the 24 to 26 years. You know. Uh, she got me to really question myself and look at my actions. Share with her the fact that when I met her, I was probably in jail for like 2 years at the time. So I shared with her that I just got out of prison doing 4 years. I stayed out for 11 months and now I'm back with a 30-year sentence. And she asked, "What, you like it in there or something?" And I was like, "Wow, that's a question." She said, "I ain't trying to offend you." She said, "But if you didn't like it in there, why would you put yourself in a position to go back?"
Real.
You know.
True.
Yeah, so I had to. That was a real question, so I had
True.
to ask myself that.
True.
So I was a member of the Rastafari, still a member of the Rastafari community. So that was a Saturday morning. So I took that question to the Rastafari community, and me and the brothers built on that. And realized that what it all came down to is that I had a vision, I had goals and dreams, but my surroundings, the people I surround myself with, wasn't supporting what I was trying to do.
Mhm.
So instead of them bringing me up, they was bringing me down.
Yeah.
Instead of me, and then me too, instead of me being having the strength to bring them up to my level, I allowed them to bring me down to
To
their
their
level.
level.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
as we discussed that, I realized, wow, So I started from I can't say for that from that day, but I started being more aware of the guys because I've been around a bunch of men every day. Being aware of the kind of guys that I surround myself with.
Mhm.
So mostly from At that point, I started hanging out with the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Science Temple, more with the Rastafarian community, and just not to join, but to get the knowledge that they have, so I can learn how to become a better me, and that's what I want to do.
Okay. And Mr. Eugenio, did you expect that after those time in prison, did you expect it that after you release you would have been in a relationship with that woman?
Actually wanted to.
Hmm.
That was I didn't want to come out here. I understood diseases,
Yeah.
especially AIDS. Didn't want none of that. Also, she was a good woman. You know,
Hmm.
really appreciated her hard work. She was I don't know if she still is, but she's a political activist. She's a social activist. She's a real estate owner, homeowner, two homes. So she's pushing. You know what I'm saying? Pushing. She want to make sure that not only herself, but her community is better. And I love that about her. You know what I'm saying? So yes, that's what I did want to be with her, but I don't know. I can't really say it was her. You know, the first thing was that instead of me going there getting released to the states, I got released to Belize. So the distance was, but she had planned to come out here, but something happened where she couldn't come, and haven't seen her since I've been out.
Okay.
And
And do you hold a communication with her, like, you
at this point, today, no, no,
know?
today, and the reason for that was quite unfortunate. Like I said, I hold that relationship dear to my heart. And she has a daughter who I pretty much been a part of her life since her daughter is 26. She was 2. You know, and her daughter is dear to me. And she told me when I got out that I couldn't write her daughter. You know, because I wrote her when I was in prison, and she said that I said something in the letter that was inappropriate. And then she told me some crazy. Hey, she said I was unwise and a kiss ass. You know what I'm saying? I said, guess how you been feeling about me all these years? You know what I'm saying? I said, for real? That's how you been feeling about me all these years? That I'm unwise and a kiss ass? I can't even really like see myself really like talking to her and sharing that type of relationship that I believe we once had unless she apologized first and sincerely. You know what I'm saying? She have to because no, I'm not unwise and I'm definitely not no
Her
kiss ass.
words hurt.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And if that's how you really feel about me, there's no need to be talking to me.
Yeah.
There's no need to be messing with me if that's how you feel about me. And yes, it hurts. So right now, no, unless she sincerely apologized. It hurts me because the relationship is, it was years, and she was a strong support while I was in prison. But no, you can't talk to me like that. You know.
And all those years in the prison, you was dependent on the system. The system fed you, clothed you, gave you a place to sleep while you was in prison. So after coming out of prison, how did you manage to maintain yourself, like work-wise and mentally, emotionally? How did you manage to maintain yourself?
While in prison, I didn't actually depend on the system. It was certain things that yes, I had to. They had to provide the food, some of the food, the bedding, the clothing, some of that also. But you know, I guess I get this from my moms, my parents. I'm a hustler. So even in prison, I was hustling.
Okay.
Sometimes I was fortunate enough to, get some help, and make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hustle real good. So a lot of times, I won't say all the times, but most of my times, had the new clothes. You know, my locker always was stacked up with something. You know what I'm saying? Had some kind of hustle going on, selling burritos or nachos or tamales or something. Was always hustling, making money.
Okay,
So
so that was capable in prison. You could have made that in
yes,
prison.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And then basically. any prison, if you get a job in the kitchen, a lot of people don't like to work in the kitchen, but people eat. So when you're in the kitchen, you can make stuff that other people don't have. You
Mhm.
can fry chicken wings,
Mhm.
that they don't sell on the line. If you can't fry it, you can buy it from somebody, and then you can sell it and make your money.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So the kitchen was always a place where you can go hustle and make some money.
Yeah.
And then if you want to take your hustle outside the kitchen, you can buy the stuff or take the stuff from the kitchen and then make your stuff in the unit and sell it there. And that's what I used to do. My burritos, I used to make my burritos in the unit and then hit the yard. And most people would know I got them. If they don't, well, let me get two of them, let me get three of them. And, bam, bam, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I get back to the unit. The money is stamps. But I get back to the unit, I done made $20 in stamps. you know. So, put that up and tomorrow I'll do the same thing. By the end of the week, I probably got $300-400, and then you could send the money home, So I would send my money to my brother and, he would stack it up. And if I needed something done on the streets with some money, then he had the money on the streets to take care of whatever I needed to take care of, So always a way to like, hustle. And so to continue that mentality, that's what I come out here with. See the opportunities like mangoes, the coconut. You can do so much with a coconut. You can do so much with a mango. So it's always opportunities out here in Belize to make money as well.
That's true. And 26 years is a lifetime for some people. Some people after spending 26 years in prison, after they're released, their faith is so small, their self-esteem is so small, they don't believe that they can pick themselves up and they could get a job and they can make a normal life for themselves. Did you have to go through any of these, or were you mentally strong enough to get out and get up and said, okay, I'm Vincent and I'm gonna be Vincent and I'm gonna make a life for me?
It's a good question. I could say from what I see, because I had to experience the same thing. Getting out and not really understanding what I was taught is the way I live. So when while I was in prison, I had to teach myself other things. And mostly what I taught was things about myself. I studied things about myself. What made me act a certain way? My values, my morals. What I wanted in life. You know what I'm saying? And how was I going to accomplish that? And then looking at the people that I had in my life, and seeing if they can help or if they're going to hurt. And what have they been doing thus far in my life? Have they been hurting me or helping me? So I knew that I had to surround myself with the right kind of people, in order for me to do what I needed to be done. My actually, first thing I had to understand was why I'm here in this world. Why did God give me life? You know, and what am I going to do with that life that He gave me? How am I going to show him or her, that I'm grateful for that? You know what I'm saying? So once I understood my purpose, then I understood that the only way I'm gonna accomplish that is if I have faith in my the way I'm going and the life that I'm living. First, I have to understand God too. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people they have the faith, but they don't have the understanding of who God is. You know, and I think that's something that we need to study on our own. I can share with you who I think God is, and that's just going to be my opinion. But your faith, your belief is going to be yours,
Yep.
and your willingness to go deeper would be up to you. You know, but my understanding is God lives in us, and He has an experience through us. You know, once we understand that, you know, yeah, once we understand that, God lives in us, and it tells you that in the Bible too. You know, so anything that I'm saying, I'll tell you that, you go check it out in the Bible. But God is in us, and God gives us the power and the strength to do what we need to do to live to bring heaven right here on earth. You know what I'm saying? To live a heavenly life
Mhm.
every day. You know what I'm saying? Where we just enjoying
Mhm.
every aspect of our life. You know, but we got to be mindful of how we live. You know, and we got to make sure we make the right decision. That's what I try to do now. You
Mhm.
know, I try to make sure that I show and share love. You know, despite when people not sharing it with me, not to the point where they're gonna use me,
Mhm.
but you know, still, you know, that's me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
always be
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna use me either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, you know, I always want to represent God. You know, not just talk it, but live it. You
Mhm.
know, so that's what I try to do, and with that, I have the confidence and the faith that everything that I do is going to flourish. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm gonna be prosperous in
Yeah.
everything that I do
Yeah.
because I got God in front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not just talking it; it's living it.
Yeah.
You know, and
You gotta
in order,
prove it. You gotta show it. You gotta
yes,
be it.
yes,
Yeah.
and in order to live it, you got to understand it. It's
Yeah.
you got to read it. You got to know it. The history
Mhm.
is there for us to to know. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? But the willingness of us to do the research and read is not there. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So we stuck on saying
Mhm.
what a lot of people, and I'm glad some that you say why a lot of other people get out of prison and not able to do it is because back to the religion. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people when they pray, they expecting, I hate to say Jesus, but they expecting Jesus to do for them what they need to do for
For
themselves.
themselves.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Jesus is the way. You know, Jesus is showing you what
Mhm.
you need to do.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But you need to
You
do
need to
that.
do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus is the way. He's the, that
Yeah.
light is also in you. And
Mhm.
once you understand that that light is in you, then you're going to be Christ like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be Christ like. It was Jesus the Christ. Buddha was a Christ. And they had so many other Christs
Mhm.
because they understood, that light was inside of them and they
Mhm.
wanted that light to shine. So yeah, that's when, and you got that light inside of you. Everybody got that light,
Yeah.
but you got to find it, you got to nurture it, you got to
Yeah.
guide it, and you got to let
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
you know, bring it out.
And I think that when you find that light is
Mhm.
when you find yourself, when you find who you truly are.
Yes,
That's when that light is gonna start shining.
yes,
Mr. Vincent,
yes.
I think that's it for today.
Okay.
Thank you very much. It's always a
Yes,
pleasure
ma'am.
being with you. I always have a great time. Thank
Okay.
you,
Thank
and
you.
then we'll catch again soon.
Okay, peace.
Peace out.
Love and love.